Warning, this video contains rumors, speculation, strong opinions,
Oh.
All right, we're live on Movie Madness with my special friend Louis Lecca of Nerd Report. So go check him out. Actually, I gotta put your channel up first before I forget, so that people can subscribe.
Yeah, I think you're gonna go on tomorrow, right? I invited you. I don't know, 7 o'clock Los Angeles time, maybe.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow.
Yeah, if you're down, that'd be amazing.
I got some other. The thing is, I'm so active with my collabs now too. I got another one tomorrow with Boshti.
Well, if you come in for 5 minutes, I'll be more than happy. 5 minutes, 5 hours, whatever, you know.
We got a lot of DC stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Fanjecture, I want to get him on too. He's another Gray Order guy. He's a good guy. And he said his weekends are easier for nighttime stuff. I like what you said, movie talk vampires. Everyone does stuff early in the day.
Yeah.
So you're right up my alley, bro.
I got screen. I go to. I'm kind of. I'm kind of a little bit. I'm on Access Media, so I get screenings. So sometimes night is better for me. So
okay, cool. They're never giving me access to anything.
That's fine, man. As long, if you, who knows if you want,
I don't think so. I got a pass here on YouTube. Call for boycotts and stuff.
Oh, come on.
Maybe. I don't know.
I really like that name. I don't know the guy, but he's on a certain Nerd a lot. I don't know if you know him. I really like that name because it reminds me of an old rapper I used to listen to called Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that is a great name, and I'm jealous I didn't think of using Sir Nerd a lot. But props to you, man. Props to you.
Yeah, I think he started to do some content too.
Yeah,
great. Yeah, that is a great name. I agree. I'm tweeting out
Star Wars only. Shout out.
Oh, what's that?
Oh,
Star Wars only. Yeah. Yeah. We got to collab with you. Now, Star Wars only is a busy guy lately, so he's hard to, but he loves the collab. If you ever want him on the show, he's more.
Yeah, I'm gonna be on again. It's at Nerd Lecca on Twitter, guys. If you guys want to PM me, and then we'll get some. I get up to 6 people on there. All opinions welcome. I don't like throwing too many F-bombs in there because
I'm
like kids are watching. Yeah. So whatever, tomorrow at 7 p.m. Los Angeles time.
All right, Phobic Zeno. I don't know about that, but I agree. He's talking about something else you don't even want to get into.
It's all right.
But I love everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
Sir Nerdalots, man. Wookiee Supremacy.
That's a great name too.
Yeah, Keely Chow. Can't believe the Birds of Prey made enough money at the box office for there to be talks of a possible sequel.
But who's talking about it?
Jerry.
Who's talking
gamers?
Oh, he is. Okay.
Certain sites, but it was more like I don't know if I was debating on whether we should watch this video, because sometimes I do that. I do like hot take reactions.
Sure, as long as it's clear, it's on your channel. You decided to put them on. Last time I talked to Jeremy, we're cool. We had a little bit of a misunderstanding there, but we're cool. I'm cool with his content. He's cool with mine, I guess. And this is not me making a video about him. It's just
no. Right. I don't know if I will or not, because we have a lot to talk about. But that's where this video came out. But he had a video, even though I might not show it. He had a video today. LOL. They're thinking about a Birds of Prey sequel. Actually,
who's they though? Who is they?
It's just an article. It's just to get clicks. It's not anything official. There's a lot coming out though, and I do want to discuss though the actual reason, because there's a narrative surrounding. And I made this image earlier just for fun.
Dude, you're good. You're good at this, man. I'm gonna have to. Yeah, man, look at
that. Because everyone's like, they should have listened to the fans like they did for Sonic. Is that the reason? Oh, and here's the other image I created. I should probably change it though with the new Batman picture leaks. Is this the reason why Birds of Prey is failing at the box office? No hot pants?
No,
because she looks. Well, she is supposed to go through stuff in the storyline, but is this why?
Are you asking me?
Well, I'm asking everyone. I
Okay.
have my opinion, but yeah, what do you think? What do you think's the real reason? Is
Uh,
it because woke and went
No.
woke and went broke?
No, I don't. You and I saw. Did you see the movie?
Yeah, I loved it. I mean,
Oh,
I had
you
fun
loved it.
with
Okay.
it. Oh, I had. You know what? The best way to enjoy these movies, all these guys, all those macho movie guys on YouTube, love to talk about women in movies and
Yeah.
go woke, go broke, and representation and stuff. But if you actually take a lady and she's having fun, it gives you joy too. Maybe
Yeah.
it's not the best thing for me. Like I had fun with it, but if I took my old lady, I'll call her that while she's upstairs. But my old lady to the film and she's having a great time and seeing the joy in her face.
Yeah.
And then I have some other ladies, some gray ladies with the gray order that we talk, and they enjoyed it so much. You can't deny those ladies that joy.
Yeah, look, I enjoyed the film. I actually did a set visit, so I'm gonna give you a disclaimer with that.
Cool.
The set looked amazing, and I gotta say, Margot Robbie, like, it's so weird seeing her talk because I actually had a chance to interview her, and I talked to her while she was in Harley Quin makeup, right? And it was the ending scene, and ended up being the third act where they're fighting on that tower or whatever, and those are all build props, and it was so weird to talk to Harley Quinn. She looked exactly like in the movie. Now, as far as why do I think the movies fail, I think a little bit maybe it's the marketing. I didn't think the movie was really like pushing the feminist thing. Watching the movie, I didn't get that vibe from the set at all. I think we had a few quotes from Ewan McGregor that were kind of off. I like Ewan McGregor; he's cool, but they were kind of not pertaining to the film, and I think that is what caught on to stuff. But I don't think the movie was giving that kind of. I think it just wanted to be an action flick, and I personally feel like DC does better with a serious tone, not a campy tone. That's just what I prefer for DC, honestly.
Well, my honest opinions as to why it's in this situation is just like, and I like Batman v Superman. They rushed to get to this point, the breakup with Joker and Harley. Harley can't have a movie where she's focused on, but just like they rushed the Batman and Superman and inevitably Superman dying and Doomsday, they rushed to get to these things when we want to see how you got there. We want to, I mean, Suicide Squad, there was a little bit, but we got flashbacks. We got some stuff in Suicide Squad.
You're right there. You hit the nail on the head. If this is what you meant about, we never saw the relationship between her and Joker, so we don't really care. We saw a little bit of it. It was a bit creepy. I'm not a fan of Jared Leto's Joker, but maybe if this woman was like socially, she was manipulated by this man, and we know she was, but if we saw more of it and then we feel for her and then she makes a comeback and kicks some ass, nothing wrong with that. I think
we're missing the content that gets us to the breakup film.
Correct.
We're not emotionally invested.
We're missing the second act of her arc. Just
like they rushed in the Batman versus Superman. I mean, we got other Batman, but not Ben Affleck's. And Man of Steel going right into Batman v Superman. We could use another, and this is a WB problem. It's the same thing. Also, it's a weird movie in the timeline of DC movies because it's kind of like the problems with the old DC movies, and it's not really fitting with the new stuff. It only really exists because of Margot Robbie. Let's be honest. I mean, they could have just skipped this completely and right into Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah.
Or the Suicide Squad.
Do you think Suicide Squad 2 or the Suicide Squad, the James Gunn one, do you think it's going to center around Margot Robbie? Because is this film? It's hard to say. Here's a good
thing you asked that.
Yeah.
Good thing you asked that because there's set leaks. She's popping right there just with the outfit. I mean, there's other characters there, but it's another case of her being there with a bunch of new characters. Are we going to care about these other characters? Maybe. I do think James Gunn there's a good shot it's going to be a quality film.
James Gunn is not a BS guy, man. He really, like, he'll do what he wants. No one tells him what to do. So I'm confident in this project right here, but it is what it is. I just don't want it to be over funny, jokey. I want a little bit more of a serious tone. So that's what do you remember the first Suicide Squad trailer?
Yeah.
That was so good. And then
Right.
when Batman vs Superman came out and stuff, and I guess it didn't do well in the box office, it went more colorful and a little bit more, I want to say, campy and light tone. I wanted the dark. And David Ayer went to Comic-Con and he goes, you know, Marvel's cool, but DC has the villains. And it seems like, yeah, he's right about that, but now all the villains are like anti-heroes. Like, they're not really villains. I want real villains. I want real a-hoes. Make us cheer for them though, like they did with Devil's Rejects. The Rob Zombie film. That was a good film where you actually cheer for the killers at the end, which like you're like, oh man, I'm going for. Did you see that one?
What's
Devil's Rejects?
No, I did not see that. No.
You actually end up like cheering for the bad guys there, and that's what I wanted out of Suicide Squad. Like, these are the bad guys, but at the end you're cheering for them. And it's like, whoa, man, you kind of feel dirty coming out of the theater. Like, shit, I just went for
there was elements of Suicide Squad that was really good. It's just the villain is where it fell apart for me too. What was her name? The villain, I forget.
I forgot. It was she was
Enchantress.
Yeah, she was doing this thing in the end.
Yeah, I mean, if it would have been Joker and then Harley conflicted about that would have been so much more interesting. And here's the sci-fi dragon. They cut a lot of stuff out of Suicide Squad that would have developed Harley and Joker's relationship, and that would have helped this movie too, Birds of Prey, even if they didn't do a standalone.
We got a question from the CJH.
Okay.
For me, do you mind if I answer that?
Sure. I'm behind on the chat, so go. I'm trying to
go ahead, bro. If you get
no. I just can't find.
I'm a bit
hyperactive. Okay, here it is. I see it now. I just couldn't find it.
Okay, so he's asking me, Lewis, Nerd Report, am I pro Snyder Cut? I am. I want to see more. Why not? Why not? Right? I am pro Snyder Cut, but I don't think it exists. I don't think it exists. I don't think it's anything that's out there. I'm sorry.
Well, we have conflicting reports on this, though. It's all over the place. It's hard to know what's true and what's not.
Yeah, there's pieces of the film, but there was never a time. There's as far as Snyder got version, like as far as he got before he stopped. And I think the hashtag should be complete the Snyder Cut if you really want to see it. Complete the Snyder Cut. It would take more investment from Warner Brothers and stuff. I'm sorry. I know he said, he was asked, is there a Snyder Cut? He goes, yeah, there's a cut. There's several of them. Warner Brothers has some. I have some. So is that a Snyder Cut? We're talking about one cut, one singular, right? That just tells me like there's a lot of versions of the film, but there's none one where Warner Brothers sat down with Snyder and goes, I don't like this. Like they didn't see a completed film and they go, you know what? I don't like this. Let's bring in Joss Whedon. There's nothing like that. I don't believe there is, but yes, I'm pro Snyder Cut.
Oh, me too, definitely. It's also it's complicated though, because even if they do release it and people really like it, then fans are gonna want to see that play out. I mean, like even with the dark side at the end, which we've heard. So it's really a part of it. You know what's real? Have you seen Entourage before?
I have not.
Oh, okay.
No. But go ahead.
Well, the stuff in there, they had the Warners. In relationship with the actor that being in Aquaman and how they're little. I know you're Access Media, so you might not want to comment this too much, but they're a little bit. Once they make a decision, they're a little spiteful too, and they don't want to go back on. They don't want to admit they're wrong.
Yeah,
and they will not admit they were wrong with the Justice League. They just want to move forward. Yeah, and even if it does exist, there's a complication there. Lots of people have been saying it's going to end up on HBO Max, which will be a good play. But are they so stuck in their ways and in their leadership that they don't want to do it because they don't want to admit they were wrong or whatever?
Well, look, you brought up the Access Media. There's a lot of misconceptions of that. There are a lot of Access Media dudes that will say their honest opinion about things, even if shit sucks. And the thing is,
I agree with that.
A lot of people don't talk about those people. That's the problem. There's, when we go to, for example, when we go to Rotten Tomatoes, right? And we talk about the weird reviews, there's a lot of guys, like, for example, my friend John from Nerd Reactor, he's on Rotten Tomatoes. He has a pretty fair assessment of what film reviews are, but no one ever quotes him because he's not over the top slamming shit, he's not over politicizing the review. And I'm not on Rotten Tomatoes, but I've spoken against that. Like, I'll make videos like saying that, Joker got the fair shake, unfair shake, was painted with a broad brush before. People didn't even see it and they reviewed it. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap if my colleagues get pissed off at me with that,
Right.
Whatever.
Well, let's be honest. There's issues all across the board in the review kit. It's not just Access Media.
Yeah.
And part of it to me is studios that encourage my problem with it is these social media reaction things now are become over the top.
They're over the top.
It seems like it's a contest to do the most sugary sweet reaction, so you get on the back of the Blu-ray box or get attention or get that retweet. It's like a contest to get a retweet.
Everything's the best ever. Everything's the best
right.
ever.
And I mean, they created this. I mean, this is what the studios want. They want this environment, honestly. So it's hard.
They kind of do. They kind of do, but I've spoken to people too, like for Warner Brothers, for example, with the PR people who are not really the people producing anything. They were so disappointed that Godzilla didn't do better, and I was too. I like that movie.
I like that. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so they were like, "Oh man, we did our best with the campaign and stuff like that," and for some reason, like people on Rotten Tomatoes, most of them didn't like it. And I don't know if that hurt the box office or what, if that has any power. But then, there's stuff also like you want to give them the W, the win. Like, for example, I love Shazam, and I wish Shazam would have made $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
But it didn't. I think most people like Shazam. So sometimes with the studio, they're just regular people trying to make a living. They're not as hard. There's a few bad apples, but there's a lot of good. That's just my experience with it and stuff. So. But anyways, I think we're off topic.
No, this is great stuff. I love it, Louis. Love it. All right. Well, I got to some more pictures too. I was trying to throw some pictures together.
There was a fake one going around too, where Margot Robbie looks exactly like the comic book Harley Quinn. I think it was fake. I'm not sure.
Oh yeah, I report on that. Well, my wife's because I work a full. I think so. Because someone told me to. My wife's been helping me get Movie Madness ready, so when I get home from work, I can just film
that's great.
So she does some research and she doesn't do the checking. I mean, I have problems checking. There's so much out there, so many clicks, so many sites. It's hard to know what's real or not.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
I don't mind if people get a few things wrong. Because you can research stuff and it's still wrong. I think it's part of the fun, something to talk about, like while we're going, waiting for the in between movies. I love theories about Star Wars or whatever's going to go on. They're fun. Something to do meanwhile. While we're waiting. It's okay.
Well, you tweeted me out this before I went live as some more photos of the Batman. I'm so excited for this. I think Robert Pattinson, I've been saying, when everyone's making fun of glittery Batman was announced, I said, no, this guy's legit. Christopher Nolan has him in Tenet. Give him the props. He's worked so hard to get to this point in his career again. He didn't just go away from movies. He worked on his craft to get away from that image. Give him the shot. I think the ladies are going to love him too. I'm telling you what, it's going to bring him back. He's going to be a major player in the industry again. Not that he left, but he was developing he took his control of his career, put it right where he wants it now. And here's some more photos. It looks cool. I mean, there's not the cape there. I want a more practical looking Batman suit. We've had the others. Let's be real. They're not going to, they're not going to get.
Huh? I want the cape.
No, I want the cape too. But like the armor, it looks a little more practical riding on the bike where he can actually do something. Because even the Christian Bale, I mean, he's stiff.
All those suits, to tell you the truth, Max, they're not practical to fighting at all. None of those suits. Yeah. The best practical, the most practical combat attire are those tiny shorts they wear at the UFC because
Yeah.
they'll allow you know what I mean? But you can put the bat logo in front of your, sausage there. But the thing is,
Talk about going woke. I don't know what.
yeah,
I don't know what
it's all fantasy. It's cool. For the suit to look, I know some people are gonna get pissed, but because they don't like it. But for the suit to look this good in broad daylight says a lot, because movies have a look at that. It doesn't even have a filter. Movies have a filter. That's why everyone looks great.
And this might be for a specific mission too.
Right? Why can't Batman have 10 suits?
Right.
I don't. 10 suits. It's a smart thing to do.
And keep in mind, the other films we always got it in the Batmobile or the Bat Cycle that he's covered too. You don't really get to see it. They're doing practical stunts here, it looks like, from those scenes. I mean, look at this. They have that's not Robert Pattinson, but they have a stunt guy doing this stuff. Before, you're just going to get a stunt driver in a Batman vehicle. So I like this. I like that you get to see him, even though it's a stunt guy.
Yeah, but this isn't filtered. This isn't part of the movie.
Right.
So when they actually see the trailer, that's the time to get a little bit more of an idea. And we have Matt Reeves, right? Matt Reeves has Planet of the Apes, and he has I love this movie. It was done on a small budget. That's why you get a lot of shaky cam. But Cloverfield, I love Cloverfield. I loved it.
Yeah.
It was dope.
I like that too.
Yeah. So they could probably CGI a cape in there, but the problem is I don't see the the green screen dots or whatever. You know what I did notice that no one's reporting on? If you bring up that picture again, you'll notice that the stunt guy has a lot of dots on his face. Like
which one?
That dude right there. There's other images of. Is there one where he's facing the camera? There. What's up with that? Does he have acne? What is this? It looks like it's strategically placed. You see what I'm seeing?
I see dirt.
That's dirt. They're like dots.
Oh yeah, I thought it was just dirt.
Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. What do you guys think in the comments?
Maybe because he's really kicking up the. I mean, it looks like in front of the light, it was a little bit misty or something. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe I'm wrong here. I
don't know. But let's get back to the whole DC universe, how it stands now with these leaks from the Suicide Squad and the Batman and Birds of Prey. What's really happening? I think there's still confusion.
Oh yeah.
Big confusion. Now is really where, because of what's happening with Marvel and after Infinity War and Endgame, that they should have just we're doing Justice League 2 or something, or go ahead with I think they are going to finally go ahead with the Flashpoint movie. But they wait too long. I found this image. I love this image. I think this was when Robert Zemeckis was going to do it, which I think would have been cool.
Yeah, why not?
And I hope, I know it's a far shot, but I hope they actually get Ben Affleck back for it at the beginning before the Flashpoint. But I have doubts too. He is contracted for one. Cameo.
He's in good. He has a movie coming out, right? So it's a Warner Brothers movie. So that he's in good. He's not like there's not like a bad blood between him and Warner Brothers. He could do like a pass on the torch scene type of thing, right?
Yeah, that's what I hope. I hope we get some kind of closure there. That would actually mend the two. I mean, the direction they're going in the previous direction a little bit smooth. I mean, it's not smooth. I mean, that's why they've been rumored as soon as Justice League bombed, the rumor was Flashpoint will fix it. Flashpoint will fix it. They've been talking about it, and they're finally going to do Flashpoint. So they have that up their sleeve. Do it right.
Yeah.
And they have him for one more contracted movie, I believe. So use it. Save it for that. And I was looking forward to that. Ben Affleck, Bruce Wayne in The Flash was kind of like similar to what they were developing with Iron Man and Spider-Man in the MCU, that type of relationship. So use it. If they were, I mean, they wanted to go after the MCU. That's why we got the Justice League as it is. But
yeah, I kind of like that movie though. I know everyone's gonna say I'm whack.
I know, no, there was good parts to it. I mean, it was fun. I could watch it. I just Steppenwolf just wasn't it.
No,
for
yeah,
me.
that was weak.
And the big problem is I think the right thing, even though I didn't like Batman v Superman, Doomsday was kind of rushed, and the death of Superman was kind of rushed to me.
It was too much. It was
having Superman out of the film and getting the Justice League together was the right choice. We need to do it. Superman's not here, but then when he comes back, it's pretty much, but that's the problem with Superman in a superhero group altogether. Once he's there,
well, it's all about writing as well. Because if you watch Titans, they do a pretty good Superman arc. Like when you watch Titans, when you watch Smallville, when you watch Christopher Reeve Superman, and when you read some of the comics, you're like, come on, guys, put this stuff in the movies. Get some ideas from there. Don't just cop out and say Superman's too powerful. Thor and Superman are on par with each other. Why do we keep getting Thor movies and not Superman movies? So that's the way I look at it. Galactus is stronger than Superman. What's it called? Silver Surfer's stronger than Superman. Captain Marvel's stronger than Superman. So we got all these characters. Technically, Jean Grey could demolish Superman. So why is it when it comes to Superman, everybody's like, oh, we can't write him, he's too powerful? Maybe you should become better writers.
All right, true.
You know what I mean?
I mean, maybe he just needed a better villain too, though. Like
better villains. But what's wrong with creating new ones?
Yeah.
Right? Did you watch Brightburn?
Yeah, I like Brightburn a lot.
Imagine if Warner Brothers asked, what was it? Sony? It's I forgot the name of the studio, but if they went up to Sony and go, hey, are you guys? It's Sony, but they're one of their offshoots. Screen Gems or something like that. They put it out. They're doing horror. If they would have said, hey, are you guys doing anything with this character, the Brightburn character? And they would have said, no, could we buy it? And then have that guy fight Superman. Yeah. That would be insane. I wanted that kid to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
That would have been dope.
I'm really if they don't give Henry Cavill another shot, I'll be really disappointed. Yeah. Well, I mean, that's even gonna be harsher than if the Snyder Cut ever exists. Which if they leave Henry Cavill that really wants to come back out of their new vision, I'm really gonna be pissed off.
Well, Henry Cavill shares the same manager as The Rock. The same. Okay, so The Rock's ex-wife manages Henry Cavill and The Rock. So he's doing Black Adam. So right there, man, there's the opportunity, right? There's the opportunity to bring Cavill back. So.
Oh, I mean, that's the best. That's what really The Rock, Black Adam is like a no-brainer. Getting him in there. Let me see. All right, I'm back on the chat. Sorry, I mess up on the chat. I go back.
That's fine, man. Are you guys having fun? Press like on that. I don't see too. We need more likes.
Yeah, I always need more of those. Yeah. The other problem I have, and I am too. I'm a DC guy. I want DC to get as big as the MCU.
Yeah.
And I think this is their opportunity if they don't get it together quick. I mean, the Joker was but that wasn't in their plan. They just developed that. Some of these great things happening in Star Wars and DC are people just approaching the property like, we have this idea, like Martin Scorsese and like in Star Wars, well, they were approached for Mandalorian, and that's some of the best stuff. Even Rogue One, I always give this argument that some of the best stuff is people coming in with their own ideas. Like, even though he was an employee of Lucasfilm, it was someone working in the special effects that had the idea for Rogue One. And they're like, okay, go. And then everything they plan is falling through a little bit with Star Wars too. Oh, let me see. Christopher Barker.
Yeah.
Well, we have Wonder Woman 1984 looks hot. It looks like it's going to be
that looks really good. Money-wise, they're doing all right. I mean, just Birds of Prey, but that one didn't cost as much. But image-wise, it may be a setback. Again, Shazam didn't make that much money, but image-wise, it's a flash forward. I'm sorry, I love Shazam. It was so much fun. You know,
it was
fun.
And I mean, it was a lower budget one too.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I think it did okay. Of course, they would have won better.
Yeah, exactly.
CGH says DC needs to make more original films. Don't focus on connecting it until a crisis movie.
Sure. I'm down for that. There's 3 coming out next year.
Mm-hmm.
Or is it? Yeah, how many DC films are we getting this year?
Wonder Woman 1984, The Suicide Squad.
Okay, so we're getting 3 this year and 3 next year.
Then they're making Batman, and then they're gonna be making Aquaman 2, probably without Amber Heard. Oh no, Christopher Bart, you're giving a hot take. I say you're gonna be eating your words when it comes out. I'm telling you, Chris. I love Christopher Barker though. He's a little madman.
Christopher?
I keep a few madmen around. Keely Chow. Wonder Woman is going to slay the 80s the same way Buffy Summers slayed the 90s. That was also Zack Snyder got her as he put these pieces in place.
He has some good elements, Zack Snyder. He has some good stuff going on. I just think he kind of effed up on a few things. For example, like it's too much. I like Man of Steel, but at the end it just kept going and going and going and going. It's like, all right, bro, we know you want an action flick, but it was just too much. And I felt like same thing with Batman vs Superman. You have a good thing going, and it just, okay, now let's add Doomsday. Oh my God! And
see, I like all
Wonder
that.
Woman.
But that was the studio that wanted Doomsday, I think.
Well, the thing is, also, it's like I just felt like it was just like too much, and then let's add the flashback with the Flash, so it's like, what's going on here? I think the biggest mistake with the DCU is your 2 main villains that I love as villains were, in my opinion, I'm not a fan of. I don't like Jared Leto's Joker at all, and I don't like Lex Luthor, and those need to be the best villains because they're the ones.
That's a fair point.
Your movie is only as good as your villain, and when you got Lex Luthor putting in M&Ms in an old guy's mouth, that's not, you know what I mean? That's stupid. That's what I felt, right? And then Jared Leto's Joker is like, they underestimate the audience so much that they have to write a damage tattoo on his forehead in case you don't know he's crazy. So it's like, come on, dude. And especially he's the follow-up to Heath Ledger. He's the follow-up Joker to Heath Ledger. Come on.
I also want to say, going forward, I've said this many times. The DC movie universe has a Joker problem. Oh, I didn't spell it right. I put joke. Problem. Joker problem.
Right.
It's worse after Joaquin. Whatever universe you're going to build, or Batman series, who's going to want to come back as Joker after Joaquin, after Heath Ledger and Jared Leto? Even if you do a great job, you're going to be reminded of past. It's like after you have 2 great performances, 2 great.
Yep.
Jack Nicholson too, but I actually liked Jared Leto's Joker. I didn't love it. I think if he would have, I think they cut his stuff out of context and it seemed odd, but if you saw the entirety of his performance, it will work better. And it was kind of fun and crazy, but they have a real problem now, and that's one of their best villains. What are they going to do?
The big problem is the DCU Joker is Jared Leto. That's the problem, because that's your big universe. That's the one you guys are going to make 10 movies out of, knowing that that's the Joker there. Joker, man, it's got to be a force of nature, man. It's got to be absolute chaos. It's got to be a big threat. You got to be scared of him, how erratic he is. He doesn't stand for anything. And then you got, like, Jared Leto is just obsessed with the chick.
Mm-hmm.
He's obsessed with Harley Quinn. At least that's the way he was portrayed in Suicide Squad. That's not crazy. I know like 10 guys are obsessed with women.
This is why it failed. No hot pants. No. I mean, as guys, we got to admit, hey, yeah, but no, that's not why it failed. It failed because they rushed the story. And even though Joker doesn't have to be in Harley Quinn's story, to miss that part, we didn't get it. We wanted it in Suicide Squad 2. the original. We kind of wanted more of Joker and Harley together interacting, and then we get straight to the breakup. Just like we got Man of Steel, and we went straight to them fighting. We didn't get the Ben Affleck Batman or Man of Steel 2. We
never got that Superman. Do you like Christopher Reeve Superman?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you remember that scene when he comes out to the world and he saves Lois, and the people are like, "What the hell is that? Oh my god!" And all the news people are like, "Wow, he caught the helicopter," and then he goes off on a saving spree, and then he goes out, like, catches a couple criminals, and there people are cheering like, "Oh shit, it's what the hell's going on? It's Superman." Henry Cavill went from which I like his Superman, don't get me wrong, with all this flaws. He went from Smallville to just fighting 3 Kryptonians. So the first time the world is introduced to him, he's blowing up shit. So no one really like where's that part where like he comes out to the world where people are like, "Oh my god, it's a bird, it's a plane," like that fun part. That fun part was missed. And like you said, the part where Harley Quinn, it's like it went straight from like she's with Joker, happy kind of, and then they broke up, and now like she's depressed about it. I don't know.
And like consciously avoiding the subject of Jared Leto, even from the beginning animated intro, and then they had a slight nod to, they used it. I don't know if they used a body double or just like a quick scene of him. That's it. It just was, it was odd.
Yeah.
And then spoilers here for Birds of Prey. My other problem with the movie, I had fun.
Yeah.
But Black Mask is a great villain with Ewan McGregor, and we're not going to get to see him again.
Oh yeah, that was another thing.
That was, man.
Spoiler alert. But
I did give the spoiler.
Yeah, spoiler, but he, But okay, so not only that, Black Canary is an awesome character. Yeah. I want to see more of that. People rag on the CW shows, but Black Canary, the CW show, grabs fools and then screams in their face and blows their head off. And in this film, it was like one quick scream and then she faints. Nah, you know what I mean? Why is the CW show giving me more than the film?
That's a fair point. Yeah. I mean, that's a fair point. We're only getting a tease in the theater. Where on the CW show, we're getting the,
say what you want. CW has a $10 budget per episode, but they spend 11. It looks like shit sometimes, but they're doing it. They're doing it.
Yeah.
It's like, here's your budget. You have $100. Okay, cool. Let's bring in General Zod. Let's bring in Superman. It's like, dude, you only have $100. That's all right. We'll just like freaking cut out cardboard and have them fly across the screen. Okay, but
I do have to say, I don't think Harley Quinn was like desexualized for wokeness. But the Birds of Prey, some of their costumes are kind of odd to me. Although Black Canary, whoa! As soon as she was singing, I was like, I was drawn in. And wow.
No, the women there is like, if you're into women, they were hot as hell, man.
Okay.
I'm not complaining.
Well, some of the other characters in it, they did kind of make changes that people weren't too happy about.
Mm-hmm.
So I could see that. But other than that, I have no issues.
It is what it is. They sexualize the guys too. I mean, they add muscle to the suit, It's
But I think that wasn't the problem. I really think it was where it fits within the DC movie universe. It's kind of a leftover movie from the previous. I mean, they only went forward
from the past.
They only went forward with it because of Margot Robbie. Let's be honest. They could have just gone straight into the Suicide Squad. It was just, and we didn't get that Joker. And I think they should have just kept Jared Leto as Joker and done something. I know it would have been odd, but
money.
Yeah, but keeping him out. Although the other speculation is he is hard to work with. The behind the scenes stuff on the Suicide Squad, he was sending like dead rats, and I heard
used condoms.
Yes, yeah, I heard that. So he took it too far, even though his performance, I think, was okay, but it wasn't worth all that chaos. So I understand why.
Yeah, I think it would have the used condoms on screen would have been more interesting.
Okay, that's harsh, man. Coming in hot, Lewis.
I have to, man. I have to. It's your show.
Bianca, I know Bianca wants more appeal with Harley. There's part of the other thing is they want this sort of. I mean, I'm not blanket statement anyone.
Yeah.
But the submissive Harley to Joker is kind of like a fantasy too, and without having that, it fit the story for her to go away from that. And there's ladies that want that empowerment too, but there's a lot of guys that like that. I mean, just look at the fan art at Google with the Harley and Joker. Some ladies might want that too, you know.
There's 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
That's like kind of, you know, heavy demographic women. What else? Like even Twilight, like stuff like that. But I wanted to see, I don't have a problem with Harley Quinn, the character, but we want to see a story. Why? Why do I care about, like with Joker at the end? I mean, it can't be like Joker because Joker was a different dimension. But didn't you feel weird at the end? Like, kind of like you're happy for him when he was in the cop car because he's happy. He was smiling at the chaos he did. And he's like kind of half crying too because he didn't want to be this guy. But he became this guy. So like watching it, you're like pulled in different directions emotionally. You're like, should I be cheering for this guy? Should I be happy?
Yeah.
He's on top of the world now, the head of the chaotic whatever in Gotham, or should I feel sad? You know, like something like that. Maybe, I don't know. Remember, I'm too much.
It also seems like there could have been more of he could have been involved, Jared Leto, but this was developed right at the same time as Joaquin Phoenix, and they might have just said, "Yeah, get him out. He's not even in it that much."
No, I think it's a money issue. It's a money issue, and you know, to get him there, he's an Oscar award-winning actor. He's in Morbius.
Yeah.
I think he's moved on to things. You know, personally, that's what I think happened.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it's to the point where you could either have him do Joker again or do Morbius, I'd much rather have him do Morbius. Yes.
Yeah, let's do Morbius. That looks. I'm looking forward to that. Why not?
Oh yeah. Well, I had these pictures up for a previous movie talk, but might as well look them. I still have them saved here, so might as well look at them. Is the villains for the Batman movie? That's Zoe Kravitz, I believe.
Yeah,
Lenny Kravitz. I love it. Now I don't.
She looks great. I think.
Now the thing is, I don't. Not saying she's a bad actress. What I've seen her in so far, she was in Fantastic Beasts. She was in the first, I think, X-Men First Class just a little bit. So I think she has room to grow as an actress.
Divergent.
Divergent too. That's the other place you're right. But if you look at on social media and stuff, she is not afraid to go there with her feminine wiles either. And that's a role that she can attack.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of that, you know, that they bring in the politics stuff. But I mean, there's other people working on the film too. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's not just Jim Carrey is very political, and he decided not to do it, you know?
Well, Catwoman has many people playing the role. Back to the old series, the Adam West series,
right?
Eartha Kitt. So that's not a Christopher Barker. I don't agree with that.
Well, what was his comment?
Tokenized.
Check this out. Could you put that screen up?
Yeah. Oh, but the bat.
I got a screen. No, the other one. I just put it up there.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Ta-da!
Oh wow! Oh wow!
Ta-da!
Good job, Lewis.
You know what that means, right? That I'm Lex Luthor because I'm bald.
Oh, okay.
And she's Catwoman.
Let me read with your Lewis.
What did I
wrap interview. Do you have this? That was from 2018.
Yeah, that was on my Facebook. I interviewed her for Divergent.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So you have No, that was great. I'm glad you shared that. I would like to. I would like to check out. Do you post interviews on your channel, or do you have
Nuke the Fridge? I have
that's
most of my interviews. That's more studio stuff. So if you guys want to follow that, I appreciate it. Nuke the Fridge is on YouTube and it's a website.com. And that phrase is from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, by the way.
right.
And then there's Nerd Report where I just go on and just go crazy and stuff. And I'll post some interviews there too. So
yeah, I'd like to. I'll have to see on that. You still have it up on Facebook, that interview?
with her? No, this was audio. This was audio. Yes, this was an audio one. I do have a crap load of interviews over there on the Nuke the Fridge YouTube.
Yeah, Eartha Kitt played one of the first Catwoman. So
yeah. Oh no, yeah, no, it's not tokenized or whatever the hell they're trying to say. I'm sorry that. Come on.
And there's comics too. It's been different. Yeah. So, but that's the first one, and I don't know the fourth villain. Paul Dano, I believe, is his name.
There's Penguin in the movie. From rumors, is Penguin and Riddler. I heard.
Yeah, here's the Riddler. What do you think of Paul Dano as the Riddler?
Let me see right here. He looks great. Looks a little young, which means they're going for the long game here.
Yeah,
that means we're talking several of the Batman movies. You know,
and here's the Penguin. Colin Farrell.
Very underrated actor. He's great. He's gonna be.
Yeah, he's not treated with as much respect as he should be. He's really brings it every time.
100%.
And he was more popular years ago. And some of my friends here that watch my show even said, or like my girl Bashti, Fantastic Beasts she liked, but they should have just kept him instead of Johnny Depp.
Well, at the end of the day, in my opinion, sometimes it's directing and acting and the role they're playing. You know, you never know, right? I mean, it could be Johnny Depp had another direction for another. Was it another director for the second film?
I can't remember.
The Crimes of Grindelwald.
But they brought him in at the end of the first movie, though.
Yeah. And then they had a movie with him.
Yeah. So I mean, I get that you want Johnny Depp, but I think Colin Farrell was doing fine in the role. I
could.
Yeah. And then here's the last villain, which I do not know. What's the Firefly? I think I forget. They have a lot of villains packed in this movie.
Yeah, apparently it's based on the Long Halloween.
Yeah.
I've never read that, but it does involve several Bat villains throughout the entire movie where he's investigating.
Cool.
You know, he's like kind of like interrogating. Several villains. So I don't know how that's going to work out, but Matt Reeves is good.
No, Christopher Barker, I enjoy your comments still. We could disagree every once in a while. You're still welcome here. Hold on. Oh, Firefly. Oh, yeah, CJH, he follows this stuff pretty close. He's seen set photos with pumpkins, so it might be the Long Halloween.
Halloween's awesome.
Yeah. Now I haven't been following I lost track of the CW and the DC shows.
Right. I've kind of tried to keep up with them if you have any questions.
Oh, I want to get back into it. I was really enjoying. What's your favorite of them?
Man, I'm gonna get it right now, or
yeah, just
let me give you a little bit of a history before I get to this, because then everyone's gonna unfollow me. Okay, so I started off with Smallville.
Yeah, me too.
Love that friggin' show. And if you don't think Superman's interesting, how's about 10 years of that show? Someone likes
Although
Superman.
It's harder for me to rewatch it now.
Some of it, dude, actually I went back to it and it was harder to watch it the last 3 seasons when it was running live or whatever you call it. It got like too out of control. But now when I go back, I'm like, man, they did a good job with this show. But I did, I have the Blu-ray up there somewhere, but the set. But yeah, no, they have some good ideas in that show, man.
I love that Lex.
See, how do we go from that? Why can't we have that Lex Luthor, right? Yeah. Michael Rosenblatt. So then Then Arrow came along, and Arrow could thank Smallville. Smallville is the show that let the CW know that, hey, these things work. I thought Arrow was okay. Then the Flash blew me away. The Flash to me was like Smallville, but better, because it had Smallville was behind it. The show, CW felt invested more in the Flash. It had the heart, but I'm a Superman fan first. But I gotta say, the last 2 seasons of the Flash and these last 2 episodes, oh my gosh, they're unwatchable, man. They're not good at all. They've basically ignored the Flash. It's gotten really, really campy.
Okay.
And I gotta say, I don't really watch any of them as much. I don't like Supergirl, but Batwoman is pretty damn good. I'm sorry.
Hey, that's good to
It is
hear.
pretty damn good. After the Crisis, they did a few twists where we were like, "Holy poop, man, that's pretty good." So yeah, the marketing sucked for that show, but the best DC on TV is Titans by far. It's one chromosome away from being film like DCEU. If
they have better special effects, maybe,
and darker stories, they could dark. It's rated R.
Yeah, it is. I watched the first season and I didn't get back. I have DC,
better.
I have DC streaming. I forgot to cancel. And
Doom Patrol is great as well, as some of your commenters are saying. Doom Patrol is really good, really good. But CW wise, it's going to be Batwoman is the best one right now.
Okay, you're one of the only ones I've heard say that.
But I'm the only one watching it too. A lot of people are just looking at the commercials.
No, I want to watch it. Yeah. I watched it with my wife, and she left halfway through. She wasn't interested at all.
And I'm going to tell you right now, the trailer for Titans is awful. When I saw that trailer drop at Comic-Con, I was like, this is the worst thing ever. How embarrassing for DC. And then the show is awesome. They should fire the marketing, whoever cut that trailer.
The Sci-Fi Dragon, he's bringing up the argument that's here on YouTube. I keep hearing Batwoman was bad, mostly because of the wokeness. Hey,
there's political stuff in there. Yeah. You got to kind of,
I mean, but they're saying, I see a lot of reactions after the trailers like, oh, cringe. You're just not used to it. It looked like they were into it, kissing. I don't care. Hey, if they're into it, it didn't bother me. I'm gonna go back. I mean, let's be honest. Let's be honest. I press pause.
You slow mode that section.
I mean, this is the thing too. This is where our pal Matt Jarbo came in. He made this comment before.
He's probably listening.
Yeah, I should have had him on too. But the guys online that like to complain about this. What's their hub history? They're not going to be complaining about it on some hub on Internet Hub. No, I mean, hey. It seemed natural to me. If it seemed like the actors were like not into it and they're forcing it, then it would be like, okay, you're just not used to it.
They have right now in Batwoman. If you watch Crisis, they have a story twist that has nothing to do with whatever politics or whatever. It's just a twist they did that like got the show's like, what the hell? Like, whoa, has nothing to do with anything woke or whatever. It's the story, it's the DC story or whatever, the twist with villains and stuff. I don't want to spoil it, but it's the most interesting of the CW shows. I have not watched Black Lightning.
I heard that's really good.
Yeah, I kind of fell off that one.
Okay. I'm gonna watch Batwoman again. I'm glad you said
give it a shot. If if you don't like it, then
Hey, I'm actually pretty forgiving. I mean, I'm easygoing viewer. I don't like, as long as I'm entertained, as long as it's not like awkward. And to be honest, when I saw their scenes, they're passionate. If you think that's woke, you're just not. Maybe you're just not. I'm not saying a blanket statement. Maybe you're just not used to seeing ladies kiss. But
I'm from LA, man. I see that all the time.
Right. So
they rather kiss each other than me.
I'm in the same boat, brother. All right. Right. Oh, here. Not every depiction of LGBT couples in movies and TV shows is automatically pushing the agenda. Great point, Sci-Fi Dragon. I think that is a hard topic. The other thing I like to do on my channel is cover hard topics that most people might like to avoid because it's like a landmine. Walking in a lane like boom, if you get it wrong. Right. I think there's people are different.
Yeah, let people be. People like what they like. You know, if it doesn't hurt your life, it doesn't mess you up, then just leave it alone. That's what, why are we getting into people's business? Who cares? If you're straight and that bothers you, why? It doesn't affect you at all.
I mean, do you really care if Batwoman is
that's the way the character is, but as far as I don't really care for that part of the show as much. I mean, it is what it is. But as far as like what the villain shit that's happening in the twist and the drama, it's the best CW right now. And
I didn't mean that you personally. I'm asking like the viewers. Do we really care? It's like, I mean, there's got to be. This is my point of this whole culture war and covering it entertainment. There's no winning on either side. We have to work together.
Yeah.
We have to talk about stuff. And hey, they kiss in real life too. Right, folks. Seriously, let them have it. I don't care. Okay, people complain about this stuff are insecure and a little. I think people that go overboard complaining are a little delusional because of what they might watch on their history. Don't have it here, but it's okay here. That's kind of, we got to work together. We got to work together in the future. That's what I think. Okay. I kind of went off at a tangent there. Sorry.
Here, show this real quick, but not all of it because I hate this interview. Go for it.
Okay. Cool.
I have to start it. I'm not sure because okay. Ready?
Yeah.
That's my other channel. And here we.
Oh, you can't hear the audio. You have to.
Oh, wait. Hold on.
Forgot to hit share audio.
Hold on a second. Sorry, everyone.
No, that's all right.
Let me get it right here. And share. Okay, let me take this out, and then I'm gonna.
Should
I reshare it?
Yeah, reshare it. Make sure you click that box. Share the audio.
I hate that box. It's ruined.
I when I started using StreamYard, I messed it up all the time.
All right, you can see it, right?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Now we can hear it.
All right.
Congratulations on the film. It's a lot of fun. It's what summer movies should be, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
It's exactly.
Me and Batwoman.
Have you watched it with a big crowd? Because I have, and like everyone's just laughing, crying, and
I have
scared.
not actually.
I haven't. No, I saw it in a tiny screen
Ruby
room
Rose
over at Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it with a big crowd.
I'm rooting for her. I mean,
so I'm obsessed with Megadons.
I like that movie too. It was fun.
You're obviously obsessed.
Megalodons.
Megalodon. Sorry,
I took that off. I can't stand my own voice, guys.
Oh, you sounded great.
No.
Good job. Good job.
Check it out. But the thing is, I do like Megalodons, but I do wish the film would have taken a more serious approach. Eli Roth was originally attached, and that would have been a bloodbath. Amazing. But this was a little campy, but hey, whatever. It's a good summer flick.
Yeah, that's great that you get to do those interviews.
Yeah, man. I would like to bring some of this stuff to your channel as well. You know, we're going to be at CinemaCon in about a month, and that's a convention they have in Vegas. Are you familiar with it? CinemaCon.
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Basically, it's for cinemas. The convention actually promotes movies that for the theaters to buy to, like, I don't know what they do, but they present part of the movie and then the theaters go, wow, this looks good. I want to run it. And what's cool about that convention, it's at Caesar's Palace. You go into these rooms and companies are showing off their new popcorn machines, their new awesome chairs, new 3D technology. So we're going to be over there and, having fun. And I would love to come on here and show you some stuff from the floor over there.
Sure. Yeah, we want to work together. This is what we want to do in the Gray Order. We want to focus on positive content, but still having the hard conversations. Without
it's okay not to like stuff, right?
Yeah, it be more civil. And what me and Lunga really has taken a leadership role in this order is people want community. If you
Mm.
focus on people and even smaller YouTubers that want to grow and a chance to collab, there's lots of people that might want to talk to you, Lewis. And
Yeah.
it's great that you're coming on. You're opening yourself up here. We're really happy that you've joined. I still want to get my boy Matt Jarbo in here too.
Did you send them the link?
No, I mean not for tonight, but
Yeah.
I sent him an invitation to the Great
If
Order.
Matt Jarbo's here, I don't want to be part of it. He is scum. He's a villain. He's
You sound like the rest of YouTube.
Nah, he's a cool dude.
Yeah, he knows a lot. He knows a lot.
He's got a great voice too, man.
Yeah, he's a madman too. I know a fellow madman when I see him.
My name is Matt Jarbo. Welcome to $3 Theater. I don't know how to do it.
All right. Well, we've gone about an hour.
That's
And
good.
you know, the reason I'm going to cut it short is I got to watch Altered Carbon. I got to finish season 1 because season 2's coming out. Anthony Mackie. Also, Mike, before we go though, are you trying to mix it up and throw some? Because I'm recommending all my YouTube friends that cover movies to mix up with some streaming content because streaming is the way. It's already here. It's already here. You got to mix it.
Go extend it to different platforms as well because I don't like to put my cookies in one jar.
Yeah. Right.
That's a smart way to go. Dude, listen, could I give you a few ideas I have? Maybe
Sure.
if you want Matt involved, everyone, that's cool, and there's a lot of great people here. There's a lot of cool people. Have you watched the last Star Wars yet? I'm not sure.
No, I boycotted it.
Okay.
This is the way I do it. I was one of those channels that started to grow out of the Last Jedi hate. And then I boycotted Solo. I called for a boycott for 9 just because I want quality films and don't reward for not having a vision. But I got to a point where I was feeling I'm covering it so much, not like other channels out there that still do it, that I'm not convincing anyone new. I'm just making it miserable for the people that actually like it. So that's why I switched up my content. And I also thought where my initial problems were Kathy, and not because she's a woman or her agenda, just because I feel where she's failed the most is she doesn't have an agenda for good Star Wars or foresight in writing. There's a whole story group. Who knew? Just like you get a coach that takes over a winning team, benches the best players, throws out the playbook, and doesn't treat the team with respect or their history. You call for the coach to be fired. And I said in my first video, it's not because she's a woman or her agenda. If they're not doing the job right, and I think it's a situation still where it's not going well. Especially in the public view, it's tarnished. Star Wars is really tarnished right now.
It's always since the Return of the Jedi been on a spiral, downhill spiral and tarnished because of the Ewoks. We just don't. I like the Ewoks, but I didn't know that until I started hanging around with other Star Wars fans that the Ewoks sucked. I was like, yeah, Star Wars, Return of the Jedi, I love it. Oh, but the Ewoks, and I was like, what are you talking about? Oh yeah, the teddy bears.
See, I loved everything until The Last Jedi, even the prequels, all the prequels, all the series.
Well, let me ask you a question real quick so I can get into what I'm saying. Think about this. You don't have to answer it or whatnot. Or maybe you just have your mindset. Minds are meant to be changed. Minds could change. I don't know if your followers will be like, oh, no, you don't do it. I am going to be, I was asked by Lucasfilm to do giveaways for the Blu-ray, and I'm going to be giving them away, including codes for the movies. But I thought it would be fun if we all somehow did a watch along. Now, don't answer this right now. Something to think about. Maybe ask your people watching. If I get the codes, we'll do a watch along right when it's released. You'll get access to the movie before that, but I think it'd be kind of fun if you watch it with us for the first time.
Yeah.
And what we would do is have it on screen. Because copyright issues, we cannot have sound or anything. And then we'll put an earphone right here, and we have our headset.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we react as we go. There may be 6 of us, maybe 2 of us, maybe who knows. And I think that would be kind of fun, a fun thing to do. If to get your reaction, your initial reaction.
Sure.
But if it's something you believe in, that I respect that. I do respect that with the film, and I know where you're going with it and stuff. I did watch it. I went to the red carpet premiere.
Yeah.
And I did. My initial reaction was it was rushed, but you don't have to give it a good review because you go to the red carpet premiere. That's a myth, right? Plenty of people gave it a negative going to the premiere. So, but yeah, man, it's just something that I think would be fun for the channels is to react to the movie live and
yeah. I'd be up for that for sure. I know
you may like it. I don't know. You may hate it.
Well, I do know the spoilers, but
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched it. I had to we have a divided household. I had to take my wife to the theater. She's like, I'm counteracting your boycott. I'm getting the best seat in the house, the best screen in the house, and you're driving me to the theater.
You want to counteract your boycott?
Huh?
You wanted to counteract your boycott?
Yeah, she loves the sequel trilogy. My wife.
Oh, she does. Okay.
Yes, we're a divided household.
Oh no! Here, let me show you something real quick. I'm sorry, man. I keep keeping you on.
No, that's fine.
This real quick. Let me see if I. Okay. This is something special for me because I was a big. I'm a big Star Wars fan. And for The Force Awakens, I got to ask J.J. Abrams a question. The first question at the press conference.
Cool.
For the World press conference. And this is why I was, and JJ, I did trust and I still do. And I feel like a lot of people here that I feel like The Last Jedi derailed the plans that could have been awesome. And I think it's because the question I asked JJ here and the answer he gave is what I believe, let me make sure that the audio's up. Yeah, it's up. It is what the fans wanted. Do you have it up?
Okay. You, sir. The glasses.
That's me. All right, they're giving me the mic.
Okay, guys. Thank you for letting me come to this. My question is for Mr. J.J. Abrams. What was the most important thing to bring to The Force Awakens from the original trilogy to you?
When Kathy Kennedy and Larry and I started talking about what this was at the very beginning, the fundamental question was, what did we want to feel? And what did we want people to feel when they came to this movie? And that was really the beginning of the discussion. And the answer was the kind of sense of discovery, exhilaration, surprise, the comedy that George Lucas put into Star Wars kind of was for me the thing that made me love the movie. But when you look at all the things that he got right, it's impossible and stunning. And so for us at the very beginning, it was really about knowing why we were telling this story. And it was to give people that sense of possibility and magic that we all felt when we first saw the original Star Wars. I will just say that this is all to tell a new story, meaning it's not a nostalgia trip. We had to go backwards in order to go forwards. And if you look at 4, 5, and 6, those are stories that continue. This is 7. So the history of 7 will be what we've seen before. So the fabric needed to be that we are familiar with in order to tell a brand new story. Thank you.
That sounds great.
Pretty cool, right?
Great. Yeah.
And that was a long time ago.
it.
That was a long time ago. That's why I feel like something happened.
Yeah.
Something without planning or a misstep or something.
Well, him even coming back, that wasn't his plan. I think they knew what they had with The Last Jedi. I think
What do you think
knew.
of his answer?
Huh?
What do you think of his answer?
Oh, that sounded beautiful. I want that.
Gray Order? Yeah, I mean, we're looking at the good stuff, right? Of Star Wars.
Yeah. No, thanks for sharing.
Yeah, it's something. I don't think that video even got that many views, but it's great that you have me here on this platform where there's a lot of people, that have fell out of love of Star Wars or bitter, and this happened. This J.J. Abrams, I feel like he was the guy to do it. I mean, his Star Trek movie was essentially a Star Wars movie, and that's why a lot of Trekkers or Trekkies were pissed.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what happened, but that's like one thing. If you want to do a watch along, I think that'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. I hope we can include a few more gray orders, like because or even Star Wars only. Maybe if I get Star Wars only too.
Yeah, the goal would be if I could get a few enough codes. So if I get enough legit codes, we do a watch along. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, I'm all for it. Sure. I said I would eventually watch it. The other thing is, I didn't want, and I'm all on board for the Mandalorian. I love the Mandalorian. I didn't want anything to tarnish my season finale of the Mandalorian 2. I mean, I always intended to boycott, but I was just like, why do I even need to? I'll see it eventually. I'll just wait. I mean, there's also going to be a slowdown of Star Wars content after the rise. There's no need for me to rush out and see it especially if I have the perception that I might go full madman on the internet again after I see it. I don't want to be. I'm mad, but I don't want to be mad. That, like some people say, stay angry, like the Doomcock. I'm mad. I don't want to be mad anymore. I want to be happy. Mandalorian brought back my joy of Star Wars like I haven't had since the prequels and the Clone Wars.
I was sad when it ended.
Oh yeah, and just seeing the behind the scenes photo of George Lucas holding Baby Yoda brought such, because I love George Lucas.
Is that a picture?
I have it somewhere. I have it somewhere. Let me look. I'll try to look it up before we go. It warms my heart.
On my channel tomorrow?
What's that?
You think you can make time for my channel tomorrow, 7:00 Los Angeles time, or is that?
Yeah, I think so.
Right. You let me know on Twitter.
Me and Boshi are going at 9 on hers, but maybe we could both hop over. You'd like Boshi?
9 your time? Yeah, we could hop over. 9 your time. Is that the time you're going on their channel?
Yeah.
So that would be midnight my time, right? Am I wrong?
No.
Be 9:00 my time.
9 at my time, so that'd be 6 yours. And by the time we're done at 10, it'll be.
Well, you send me a schedule on Twitter.
Okay. Yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow. I'm tired, so I'm going.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So let me try to see if I can find this George Lucas with Baby Yoda, because man, holding Baby Yoda. I love this picture.
Math is hard. I interviewed the father, is his name, the Mandalorian's dad.
Oh, really?
No report, yes.
Cool. I have the screen. I'm getting it ready now.
Bro,
it's a little blurry. Awesome. It's a little blurry, but man, that makes me feel good.
Yeah, I always wanted George Lucas to come back and direct something and go out with a bang, man.
Yeah, I just want him to enjoy his final years. Like, I'm not that he's gonna die soon, but I mean, don't
George.
Yeah, George Lucas. I want him to enjoy his life, his family, enjoy going to be a fan of seeing his own franchise in the theaters without baggage. Like, I'm pretty sure he's not exactly happy the way things have
all this stuff. Oh no, but all this stuff directed at Kathleen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but this was directed at him before with the prequels.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
There's some stories. I don't even want to repeat them, because you can find them.
Yeah.
All this stuff was directed at.
I feel real bad the way he was treated.
Yeah.
So George Lucas raped my childhood, or all even here on YouTube. Red Letter Media is funny.
Yeah.
But those videos were like. Those were trending.
Red Letter Media. Maybe I'll meet them one day. They're talented people, but they were rooting for J.J. Abrams to direct the new Star Wars trilogy, and then if you look, they reviewed it and they liked it, and then as soon as they figured out hey, you know what, we can make more money not liking it, they made a video.
Right. You make 10 times as more. I mean, it's hard to stay positive with your content. Yeah. And I've done the negative content too, but I was being legit. And then I'm like, I realized what was happening here in the community. It's just go on to the next thing to hate. And I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I don't feel like it. I was where I really started to change direction was I was super pissed at Kathleen and Lucasfilm after The Last Jedi because I kept thinking about Mark Hamill on I watched my deleted scenes on my Blu-ray, The Force Awakens, where he was so excited to be involved. He's carried the Star Wars torch for fans and fandom all these years, and he didn't have one speaking part in The Force Awakens, and he read the whole thing for everyone. He was emotional, and then when he gets his shot, no one listens to him, and he doesn't get to play Luke again. He doesn't get to be with Han and Leia all in the same room, and he's not happy. No one listened to him, and Luke Skywalker's my favorite character.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing is, people say maybe you can't accept the grumpy Luke. I can if they get us there with the storytelling, the writing, the grumpy Luke. I think we missed that with all that extra stuff with these new characters that people had issues with too. The beginning Canto Bite. If they would have focused on how Luke got there and the Kylo, not like comics and stuff or supplemental materials, could have accepted it a lot easier. If that's the Luke.
Get the comics, man. I want to watch it in the movie. I think the biggest sin The Last Jedi had wasn't even that. I barely hear people talking about this, but it felt like the ending of the trilogy. The bad guys lost and the good guys won. What was the threat, man?
Yeah.
Imagine if Rey would have taken Kylo Ren's hand and come with me, whatever, in that scene. Okay, she goes with them, and as Luke. Okay, so they take off in the ship, and then Luke is looking at Kylo Ren's ship, and he sees Kylo Ren and Rey looking down at him, and then he realizes that shit, I should have trained her because now she may be a freaking Sith Lord. At least that's something we would have been talking about for 2 years, right? Like, what's going to happen here? What's going to go on? What everything's messed up. And then maybe at the end you realize that Rey's entire plan was to go inside and take out Kylo Ren, or maybe that was her test to be a Jedi if she really goes to the dark side. I don't know, something like that. But if you look at The Last Jedi, it ended the entire trilogy.
Yeah.
And Kylo Ren was a fool. No one respected him. It was just a happy ending.
The only thing that was going to get me to the theater with the boycott is if I heard that Kylo just wrecks shop, kills everyone, and rolls the galaxy at the end. And I'm like, I want to see that. That's interesting. Because other than that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Tell me in the comments at the ending of The Last Jedi, the bad guys won. I felt like, okay, so look, Kylo Ren was humiliated in front of the First Order, right? He fought he blew his load, on top of Luke Skywalker, and he wasn't even there, right? Yeah. Everyone saw that. Imagine that's your leader. Then he went down, fought a lightsaber battle, was exhausted after, and it turns out it wasn't even Luke there.
Yeah.
Everyone saw that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the end, you're like, all right. And then Rey now knows the Force. So, and we're gonna teach a new generation of Jedi. And we even saw a shooting star at the end with Broom Kid, right? It was an ending. It was the end.
Yeah.
My opinion. I mean, I don't know. That's the way I look at it.
Right. I agree with you.
No threat.
Yeah. I'm still curious to see it. I'm happy I waited though. I'll be up for that collab. That'd be interesting.
All right.
To see you guys. My honest first impression reaction. I haven't even watched my.
How are we gonna see your reaction, man? You're Dr. Doom.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get mad as hell if I get mad at something.
You can tell. Yeah, you can tell.
My wife said, at one point, she's like, I don't even want you to go. I don't want you to ruin it for me like you did The Last Jedi. Because we had the car ride home. I was like, I hated that. She's like, shut up. You ruined everything for me. And that's where I started going hard on YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, someone's going to listen. All right. Well, I think we've gone a long time, and I want to collab tomorrow, and I got to get some rest and watch Altered Carbon, because Anthony Mackie this Thursday is going to be Altered Carbon season 2. There's only 8 episodes. Did you watch this show yet?
No, I have not.
It's pretty intense.
Remind me at my DM. DM me the name. I'll check it out.
Altered Carbon's on Netflix. There's 10 episodes to season 1, so it's kind of hard to get through if you don't have the time. I don't know, but it's real. I'm 2 episodes in.
When stuff's good, I'll make the time.
Okay, yeah, definitely check it out.
We'll go live on the stream. I'll be like, oh wow, and he'll be like, Lewis, come back to me. I'm like,
Well,
I'm
well,
watching
for
the
for Stream Junkies next Saturday, we're doing Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 2 review, and Altered Carbon Season 2, Episode 1, maybe Episode 2 review. So we're trying to get this streaming content, like it's like a book club, but for streaming shows, and have the audience join in the discussion. So,
That's dope.
all right.
And then tomorrow I'll go live sometime on Nerd Report, and I want to have you on 7 o'clock, I think, LA time, but maybe
That's
I could
10
move
my
that
time.
around.
Yeah.
Move it around. I don't know. And I'll have a few other people
Maybe
on.
7:30 if you're able to.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And I'll bring Bosch. I think you'll like Boschty.
Okay.
Do you know Boschty yet?
Maybe.
She was on the Gray Order stream earlier. I don't know if you caught that or not.
Was it the lady?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll check it out later.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Ben.
All right.
Max,
Thanks.
thank you.
Thanks for coming, Lewis. I think you're going to be a guest that people really want to come back. You're great. I like your content. I like your perspective. And maybe we'll get Matt on at the same time eventually.
No, man, I don't go on where Matt's on.
Okay,
No.
forget
I
him.
refuse.
Forget Matt.
Refuse.
Old news. All right, bye everyone.
All right, bye.